Welcome to Dornbusch Download 114. Good morning, Dan.
Morning, Michael. How are you today?
Yeah, very good, very good. Yes, interesting old day, of course, unless you've been sleeping under a rock for the last 12 months or so. We've got the US election, as we're speaking, in progress.
Won't it be great when it's over?
Oh, gee whiz, I tell you what, I think we're just about electioned out. I could throw in a few more colourful descriptions in there, but I think everyone's just had a gutful, absolutely.
Who's going to win it, Michael?
What we were saying before, rock, paper, scissors?
Yep. Ready?
Oh, it's going to be a draw. It's going to be a draw. It's anyone's guess, isn't it, Dan?
It is.
And there's all sorts of different opinions. Just checking the betting odds. Hillary's at 1.12 or $1.12. That's about an 89% probability. Who knows? At face value, Hillary looks like she might get across the line. I see some of that Florida boat information starting to come through, and everyone's spruiking that Florida. Everyone's spruiking that Florida's a key state, and she's got a nose in front just at the moment. But we'll wait and see. We won't probably know until later on this afternoon or tonight, even a real indication.
Yeah, from a market point of view, it's probably a classic buy the rumour, sell the fact, isn't it, Michael? You know, we saw that really good rise the other day on the share market, and today, just as we wandered in here, it was down 8 points after being up 40 on early trades. The market thinks she's in, I think, and back to business as usual. So.
Yeah, that's right. And it's seeming like too, Dan, isn't it, that the market's almost made that decision, but the euphoria is now starting to wear off a bit, isn't it? We were well up this morning, but we've dropped away to being sort of negative as we're talking
come off
now.
Reasonably quickly.
I
see the banks are up though, Michael, so perhaps, time now to buy those banks for that Santa rally.
A couple still to go ex-dividend too. Isn't it?
ANZ and Westpac on Monday, so there's dividends waiting there.
And banks are still reasonable value, aren't they? I mean, banks have been, really had the stuffing kicked out of them, sort of reputationally as well as price-wise over the last 12, 18 months or so. Dividend yields are still very hard to look past, aren't they? So, ANZ, Westpac, you can still buy them and sneak a dividend in before the end of the calendar year. So, as you say, Dan, too, Santa rally, sort of that mid to late December into January.
Yep.
Market does historically have a bit of a kick through that period.
Mm-hmm. Next year's going to be interesting too, Michael, isn't it? A year of the 7, so.
They say lucky number 7, but not in this case, is it?
No, not for the share market.
Yeah, absolutely. And year of the 7 just basically refers to we had one of our bigger, probably the biggest stock market crash on a day basis back in '87.
Yep.
Had another sort of correction in '97. 2007 was
GFC.
The start of the GFC. Coming up to 2017, of course. So will history repeat itself? I guess
it's going to be interesting.
We'll wait and see. But it is. It's interesting, isn't it? That again, historically, those 7, 8, 9 years of the decade tend to be not as good a performers as the one, the 0 through to say 5 or 6.
Yeah. And the other thing today, Michael, Chinese exports, I see their numbers with their exports down 7.3% year on year. And that's about, the 7th straight month for that. I just wonder whether that's a bit of a buy opportunity for exchange traded funds or listed investment companies over Chinese stocks, because that says to me the exports are down, so they're working hard on getting those internals and getting their a consumer led recovery over there. There might be some potential there. I think I see that IZZ, which is the iShares ETF, it's at about $47, and it's certainly come off from its highs, so there could be an opportunity if you're interested in the Asian markets.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's still very much an unknown quantity, isn't it? And some of the information we get through China is hard to sort of decipher even at the best of times.
But if they get that internals going, what is there, 1.3 billion? Nearly 4 billion people over there.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got the scale, haven't they? They've got enormous scale. Yep. So, but it's a good point, isn't it? And the old theory of buying things when the market, or they're out of favour
Yes.
with the market, basically
Yep.
when the market hates them, and that's certainly been the case with China, hasn't it? The last couple of years they've
Yes.
struggled. Actually, I see too, Dan, that the Chinese government's looking at trying to sort of put a bit of a halt on the rising coal price. Coal prices have gone up sort of exponentially in
yes,
the last
they've hit a high, yeah.
last 6-12 months or so. So looking at putting the screws on there, but again, just telling us that perhaps China is getting back into that sort of phase of growth and build and all the rest. So certainly one to have a look at.
The other thing on those ETFs, we've got the seminar on the 23rd.
Yeah.
3 p.m. at the Empire Theatre. It'll be good actually. We've got David Bassanet, which is the BetterShares chief economist, coming to present as well. So Tanya will give us an overview of what their ETF or exchange traded funds are. But David is going to give us their thoughts on the next 12 months. Economy-wise, so I think that'll be interesting.
Yeah, good, smart guy, David, and Tanya's very good as well.
Yeah.
So no, there should be some really good information in that seminar. So if you'd like to tag along and have a listen, just
RSVP to is it admin@dp.net.au?
I think so.
We'll get Heather to put that up on the bottom of the screen.
Yes, we better go the safety option and make sure we put the right address on there.
Yeah.
There should be some good info there. So
I reckon that's it.
I think that's it, Dan. Yeah, we're countdown to see how Hillary or Don go.
I just want it to be over. I'm sick of it.
It's getting to that point, isn't it?
It is.
Absolutely. We'll see you next week.
Cheers.